Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jessica, also known as Chicprofessor on Instagram, and I make videos on luxury goods, the pre-loved market, workwear, and sustainable fashion. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, is a comparison of two handbags, both by Dagne Dover. The first is the classic tote by Dagne Dover, which is the medium size, and then the Midi, which is the smaller tote size. So I'm going to be giving you a comparison of these two bags. A lot of you seem to like my review on this Midi bag. I've also compared it to the Mini, which is the older version of this, as well as to the one that's even larger than this, which is the Legend Tote. So these are the two kind of medium-sized ones. I'm thinking about selling this one, even though there are features of this that I prefer, but I think this is a more versatile size. So I'll give you all of the comparison reasons between them and show you the details, what's the same, what's different, all of that jazz. So let's go ahead and get started. So in that video, you can see the size comparison of them on my body, but also how they both fit over my shoulder. They're both really comfortable to carry, but the classic does have slightly longer straps. So if you're somebody who is worried about the midi length, that might be something to keep in mind. Obviously, the Midi also has the ability to go crossbody, which the classic does not, and that definitely makes quite a big difference for somebody who's going to be maybe commuting quite a bit. So the other thing I want to point out about the handles is the way that they are designed, and this is honestly the biggest issue for me. I'm thinking about keeping the classic, but if it had D-rings like the Midi does, it would be perfect. I don't mind the length of the handles. I like that it has D-rings and it can easily fold down. Unlike the Legend, the classic does fold down, but it does so by bending as opposed to having a D-ring. And as you can probably see, there is already quite a bit of wear in the corner, and it does tend to get a little bit wrinkled over time because it does fold down. A D-ring would definitely be a little bit easier to deal with and to take care of. I do appreciate that it does fold down at all, but it seems like a bit of an oversight. The only reason that I think it may not have the D-ring on this one is because it actually can allow for this to be a little bit thinner and fit along your body a little more comfortably. The Midi tote, it's definitely thicker here, as you can see, and so it's a little bit less comfortable to carry right on your body. You can kind of hit this under your arm a little more easily. So that's really the only drawback to them, but I think that the pros of having the D-ring definitely outweigh the cons, at least for me personally. So the overall body, you can see that they're basically the same design. The colors look slightly different right now, but they really are the same color. They're both Bleecker Blush. It just kind of depends on where the lighting is hitting it. But it is really this streamlined look. This one, under the D-rings, it does have actual clasps for the crossbody bag. I also put them in the middle, but technically this is the smarter place to put them over here. So that is the same. It also has the same back, and then it has the same bottom structure. How the Midi looks, and then in terms of the classic, it also has the same design, but of course the different handles. It also has this decorative D-ring, which the Legend tote had as well. It has the 4 feet on the bottom, and then of course the same design on the other side. So in terms of the classic tote look, they definitely both have that. So now I'll get into the interior capacity, because of course that's going to be one of the biggest differences since they are different size bags. As you can see, this one is quite a bit taller, and in terms of measurements, this one is just about 18 inches at the top, whereas the Midi is about 15.5 inches at the top. On the base, the classic is 14 inches and the Midi is 13 inches. So it's actually not that much smaller on the base, but on the top there are a couple more inches. The width at the bottom for the Midi tote is 5 inches, and the width at the bottom for the classic tote is 6. So again, it just kind of has 1 more inch almost all the way around. And then height-wise, The Midi is 10 inches and the Classic is 11. So really it is, again, that 1 more inch, and that makes quite a bit of difference in how large the bag looks compared to the smaller size, but also, of course, what it can carry. So the structure inside the bags are really quite similar. This one has a water bottle holder, as well as has 2 slip pockets, and has the pencil case, the little pen holders on this side, and the little cell phone pocket on this side. It then also has the padded compartment sleeve, which I've showed you before can fit like an iPad but doesn't really fit a computer, and then it has a zipped compartment in the back. So again, I've already showed you what fits inside of that one, so I'll just quickly show you what's inside this one. So this one has similar structure. It's actually missing the water bottle holder, but it does have the strap for it. It should come with it, I just don't have it, and so that would be in here as well. And then it also has 2 slip pockets, and then also has the pen holders, though there are 3 instead of 2, and then it has this cell phone pocket as well. The difference is it also has a larger, oh, and of course they both have these key rings. This padded part is larger, and then of course there's also a smaller part which has a little bit of padding from the back as well, so you could almost carry a small laptop as well as a tablet or something like that if you really wanted to. And then this side also has the zipped section. The only thing that I am going to show you about in terms of fit, because it is quite similar, is my laptop. So if I take my laptop, which is 13 inches, I think, I can actually quite easily close it right above it. It almost fits into the padded part, but it doesn't quite fit. If I had a 12-inch laptop or really like a MacBook, that would fit pretty much no problem, but mine is a little bit bigger, so it doesn't exactly fit. But I don't have to wrestle with this strap like I do in the Midi. Really zip it, it kind of stuck over the top, so I couldn't really carry my laptop. I mean, I could fit it, but it was going to stick out of the top, you know, so it didn't actually work as a closed bag. So this one has the laptop holder, and because it has the ability to carry the laptop and it's just a little bit bigger, which makes it easier to fit folders and all of that, this is the one I'm going to keep. It's just a little bit more versatile for me in my life, and of course they're both the same color, so I don't need to keep both of them. My only real complaint with these bags, of course, you already know I wish that this one had the D-rings, but otherwise my only real complaint is that they do tend to lose a little bit of structure. It happens especially in the corner, and it happens on both of them regardless of the size. So over time the canvas just starts to warp slightly. So this side looks pretty good on this one. But as you can see, it's like always right here, and I'm not sure what that is. So I keep them both stuffed, but you can't quite really get into that corner very well, and I'm not sure if it's just when you carry it with your shoulder, it just kind of pulls at it. I don't know what it is about it, but that's my only real complaint. I wish that the corners were a little more reinforced so that they didn't lose structure quite as easily. So that's it for this video. If you have any questions, please do leave them down below. I really am quite impressed with both of these bags and really the whole Dagne Dover line. I don't know much about the little crossbody kind of small mini bags, which I think are like the petite tote, and then of course the Legend was way too big for me, but in general I think all of them are smartly made. They have really comfortable straps to carry. They're just really well thought out with the organization, with having the coated canvas. All of that I think are really great, so especially for the price point, I highly recommend them. If you liked the video, please give it a like and consider subscribing, and I hope to see you in a future video. Have a wonderful day. Bye!